New York City, Gotham, the Big Apple, where everything is big and bright. There are bright lights and incredibly large buildings and huge statues, and where everyone can dance, and all the citizens sit on huge chairs that are shaped like eagles' heads that are suspended hundreds of feet into the sky, and huge inflatable millionaires rampage through the streets destroying the poor. This is New York City. And I'm telling you all of this because to celebrate the release of my new book, Sweet Scarlet, Scholastic is having a contest where you can come to New York City. So to get you ready for this trip, if you happen to win it, I've decided to go and talk to some typical New Yorkers and find out what living in New York is really like.
Excuse me, sir? Excuse me.
Oh,
do you live in New York, or are you just visiting?
No, I live here. I'm just waiting for somebody.
Oh, okay. Hi. How long have you lived here?
Like 6 or 7 years, really. Yeah.
Do you like it here?
Oh yeah, sure. It's a great town. It's a great city.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's full of culture and just lots of things to do. Lots of really good restaurants, that sort of thing.
Is it? A lot of people say it's too expensive to live here. Can you actually?
No, that's a myth. That's like saying, like people are really worried about the crime, and if as long as you stay safe, you're cool. But it's not really that expensive to live here. I mean, you're borrowing rent. After rent, you can really live here, in the city and eat and do things for like, I don't know, $10 a day.
That seems low to me. I mean, based on my own life. I mean, that's.
Well, I mean, maybe you just don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. You don't know the people that you need to talk to. So to do this, you really just, you're going to have to do some things that may seem a little unusual or weird. You're going to have to eat out of some dumpsters, but otherwise, you can...
Oh, hold on one second. Did you just say eat out of dumpsters?
Oh, sure. You're going to have to go to the back of some of the nice restaurants. You go to the nice restaurants, you go to the back, they throw food out all the time. And you can just go in there in the bags and just rip it open. It's not really that dirty, gross, or anything like that, because you don't want to. You want to eat it from the other end. If there's like a piece of chicken or something, if people look like they've been biting into, you just turn it around and eat it from that end. You don't have to worry about getting germs.
If you don't mind, I'm just going to stop you one more time. Aside from eating in dumpsters, can you? So just leave that out.
Okay.
Is it very expensive to live here otherwise?
Yeah. Well, like say you want to get around, right? Okay. There's subways, and that's a cheap way. That's a good way if you want to go that way. But you can get around the city completely for free, as long as you know how to jump on the back of taxi cabs and other cars. You just grab onto the back and just hold on, and they'll take you you don't have exactly a whole lot of control over where you go. But as long as you hold on pretty tight, you can get pretty close to where you go, and then you just walk from there, and that's just really good exercise.
Should people move here?
Oh yeah, everyone should come here. You should live in New York for at least a year, just to get the experience, because it's so. It takes at least a year for you to get mugged, so you should really come here and just experience that once. And then once you've had that fear for your own life, just afraid, if you're afraid you're gonna die. Once you get that feeling, you can really actually live anywhere, and it doesn't really matter because you've faced death, and you've stared it in the eye, and you've said not today, and then you're good. You're good to go.
Forget the typical New Yorker, let's talk about television. Lots of television shows are filmed in New York City, like Saturday Night Live, or The Late Show with David Letterman, or The Daily Show with Jon Stewart, or The Colbert Report with Stephen Colbert, or Law & Order, all of them, Criminal Intent, and More Criminal Intent, and The Today Show, which features Matt Lauer.
So we're inside Rockefeller Center right now, and there's actually this is the 30 Rock, all the famous things you've heard about Rockefeller Center, Saturday Night Live, filmed right above us, and a scene of Sweet Scarlet takes place inside of here, and as you can see, it's a very exciting building. You got paintings on the ceiling, and there's NBC Studios over there, and this is where they keep Matt Lauer here inside of a cage, and he's kept in the basement. And so every morning at around 4 o'clock, they poke him with a stick, and it makes him angry because he hasn't been fed all night. And so he gets very angry, and he rages sort of through this lobby naked, and he runs up these stairs over here. These are called the Matt Lauer Naked Raging Stairs. If you just want to follow me around the corner. So Matt Lauer, angry and naked, rages up the stairs like that, and that's how they make the Today Show.
I hope this short video has filled you with a desire to travel, so why not enter the contest and see if you can win? You get round-trip airfare to New York City, you'll get to stay in a New York City hotel, and, surprisingly enough, you get to have lunch with me, which is sure to be interesting. So enter! It's easy. All of the details are at my website, MaureenJohnsonBooks.com, where you can also find more information on Sweet Scarlet, real New York facts, and a number of other interesting topics. I'll see you there.